Asunción, the capital of Paraguay. You might have listened and watched too many videos already saying Paraguay, 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 Paraguay. 0% taxes, it's a great country to set a residency, a tax residency, even to obtain citizenship. And in this video today, in depth, all you need to know about Paraguay. I've been there multiple times. I am a resident, a tax resident on my way to the passport. I helped dozens of online entrepreneurs, of global citizens get established in Paraguay, and I can tell you it's one place I cannot recommend enough to plant a flag in, to put one of your sovereign flags in this country in South America. So first of all, where is Paraguay? Paraguay is in the south cone of South America. You have Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay close by, and even being a country that has a big area, it pretty much everything concentrates in Asunción. Of course, you have other places like Encarnación, 30 to 40 minutes from the capital, from the center, where the business, where everything, all the life happens. In Paraguay, you have Ciudad del Este, which is in the border with Brazil, but mainly this video is about Asunción. So, what are the neighborhoods that you should look into when you are visiting Paraguay? I recommend being close to Shopping del Sol. Shopping Mariscal is another great area, and focus especially on that business, more developed area, because you're gonna find a quality of life that resembles more to the United States, to Europe. What I mean by that is that you have shops, you have shopping centers like Shopping Mariscal, Shopping del Sol, etc., Paseo La Galería. Then you will have much more that you can do in a reduced area. It's very walkable, and things that I recommend to do in Paraguay is to visit these shopping places because you have great restaurants. This is one of the highlights of Paraguay. I will share 3 highlights and 3 cons of Paraguay. The first one is the meat. It's incredible, the quality of the meat. Number 2, it's really affordable. So number 1 and number 2 combined, dreamlike, because it's just fantastic to eat out in Paraguay. Don't bother about buying food, forget about it. Just go to restaurants, enjoy the best meals you probably had in your life for that amount. For that price, you can find great meals for 15, 20, 25 US dollars per person. We are talking about a great main dish with meat, steak. It's fantastic, with some starters, appetizers next to it, bottle of water, whatever you want to drink. So it's also fantastic when you want to invite other people to have dinner with you. You're gonna have a great time. You can forget about going to the supermarket, then driving back home, and then cooking, and then cleaning. Forget about it. Just go to the restaurant. You're gonna love it. The quality of the food in Paraguay is just surreal. So good. Then the third highlight, of course, is the advantages for global citizens, for sovereign individuals like you that you're following this channel. 0% tax residency, territorial tax residency. That means that all the income that you make out of Paraguay is going to be tax-free. So that's an advantage for you. The banking is non-CRS. It means that does not exchange information with the rest of the world. It just exchanges information with the United States. But besides that, you don't have to worry about Paraguay banking sharing info with another. 3 cons of Paraguay. It's not a first world country, and you're gonna immediately feel the difference. You're gonna see that the streets are not perfect. I mean, they're walkable, but they are definitely not perfect. For example, for driving, or depending on what areas, even for walking. Like older people, it's not the safest streets in the world. With that being said, it's a very safe country. We're gonna get there when we talk about safety category. Another con of Paraguay that can be actually not a bug but also a feature, but is that it's a highly corrupted country, which means that it's very accessible. With 5 figures, you can access easily corruption. If you know the right people, everything is possible in Paraguay. That's the feature. But also, if the wrong people want to sue you or go against you, that can be a problem for you, because they can create anything out of thin air against you, and you're gonna have a hard time defending yourself if you don't know the right people. And it is something that I could create a whole video on stories, real case stories that I've heard about people getting screwed by some you wouldn't believe it, like crazy court stories. So it can be a con, especially when you are a high net worth individual. Keeping too much money in Paraguay, if somebody targets you, that can be an issue. That's why I always recommend, when you start making more money, other places like Dubai, the UAE, it's the safest place to keep your wealth, to protect your assets, than, even if Paraguay is non-CRS, than keeping it in a bank in Paraguay. So the best of Paraguay is to have the tax residency, the residency there, path to a citizenship, which is another pro of the country. But again, be aware that contacts in Paraguay can be your best ally or your worst enemy. And the last con is that Paraguay is slow. The pace in general, as in many places in Latin America, even in other places in Central America actually, and also North America with Mexico, it's damn slow. Actually, like other places like Panama, Central America, even Mexico, it's slow. It's just another pace in life in general. Whatever you need done, papacito, mamacita, te lo toma con calma, in English again. You want to sit there, take a mate, just take it easy, deep breath, and then things will get done eventually in Paraguay. So don't expect the speed of Miami, of Europe like Spain, or, well, Spain is not the fastest either, like Germany or other places in central of Europe, or even the UAE, which is bam, speed. So this is something to consider. Take it easy and things will unfold. Actually, this can be a feature for you if you want a slow-paced life. Paraguay will provide that. Out of these 60 places that, by the way, if you want to become a Paraguay resident with us, you're gonna have access to this map and all the other resources, contacts in Paraguay. My favorite hotel is Hotel La Factoría. It's also a restaurant and it's just incredible. I've stayed there, I've eaten there as well as a non-guest, as a guest, and I just love it. I love spending time there. Another one is Hotel 5. That one, recommended. I've been a guest as well, great one. And then a lot of other places that you want to visit in Paraguay. For example, the Botanical Garden, you have Tash Bar, it's quite good. La Galette, it's great for, of course, French galettes. Then Sushi Club, then La Cabrera, great steaks in Asunción, Paraguay. Then you have Napoleon, good rooftop. Maurice de Talleyrand in Paseo La Galería, it's so good for great dining experience. Then Paseo La Galería, Shopping del Sol. You also have Zulu rooftop, great spot, good sunsets in there. You have the health park, IPS, it's great for running. They have a track there you can run. They also have the track and field on Asunción, Paraguay for athletes, and then etc. You have all these spots that you have access if you're part of our community. So overall, private places in Paraguay are fantastic. Public roads, public offices, but the private spaces, great. Next on the list, quality of life. I rate Paraguay as a high quality of life, to be very honest. If you want a calm lifestyle, if you want to connect even with other entrepreneurs that are also into the 0% tax lifestyle, and global citizens, people that care about their freedom, their sovereignty, you're gonna find them in Paraguay because it's the land of the free. You can still do many things in there. You can own guns, you can drive and nobody's gonna bother you. You can literally do pretty much everything you want. It's pretty much time traveling when things were much more unregulated. So you can enjoy the freedom that it's gonna provide. Also, a lot of nature, great lifestyle overall, food as I mentioned, traditional values, the society. So you have a great combination for everything you want in a radius that you can go by car very easily or taxi. Oh my god, so affordable taxis there. So I wouldn't even bother. Just take into account that taxis are not wow luxury. A Tesla is not gonna come and pick up you, it's not gonna come by, you know, a Mercedes or a Lexus. Just be aware of that. That's why many people that are staying in Paraguay for more than 6 months decide to hire a private driver so that they can have a car that they like and somebody waiting for them 24 hours so they can go wherever they want with a great transportation experience. Now, about what we care in this channel: taxes, citizenship, banking, companies. So, here's the deal. Residency and tax residency in Paraguay, yes. Why? Because it's fast, so make the most of it while still possible, because in the future, residencies get harder and harder, not easier and easier. So make the most of it. Number two, you can set your tax residency by getting the RUC number, RUC. With the RUC number, you can start paying taxes in Paraguay with an accountant that will do a monthly tax filing. Well, you will not pay any income tax for money that you haven't generated in Paraguay. Therefore, if you are an online business owner, you make money anywhere else in the world, you're gonna pay 0% taxes in Paraguay as a resident and tax resident with your RUC number. The good thing also is that after 2 years of temporary residency, you can get permanent residency, and after 3 years of permanent residency, you can get a passport, a Paraguayan passport that is part of the Mercosur and that opens doors to pretty much all South America, similar to European passports and the Schengen area. So it's something you wanna take advantage of and enjoy. You will find a lot of information online saying, oh, Paraguay does not allow dual citizenship except with Spain. So well, Spanish citizens like me, fantastic, we are lucky. But actually, I know multiple people that hold a Paraguayan passport and another passport that is not the Spanish one, and they are completely fine. Paraguay never enforced, never put any problem on them for having these passports, these multiple passports. So it's something that you can definitely explore. And again, know the right people in Paraguay and you're gonna be fine. Establishing companies in Paraguay. Companies in Paraguay, it's not something I recommend per se. The good flag you want to plant in Paraguay is residency, tax residency and citizenship, not companies. So focus more on banking. Banking in Paraguay, yes, that's something you might be interested in because you can have an account with Guaranis, the local currency, and with dollars. So you have both. You can receive in dollars, you can exchange in Guaranis inside the same bank, and boom, you can pay anything you need from an accountant, a tax professional, wherever it is there in Paraguay. So if you do any kind of business, for example, you pay rent, you want to pay in Guaranis, fantastic. You have that opportunity with the bank. The only thing is that banks are getting more and more strict. Before they didn't ask for it, but now yes. They ask for at least 6 months of tax declaration. When you have the RUC, you start declaring taxes every single month, your accountant, not you. So what I would recommend is hire a team. They know exactly how to do it with WIT, for example, for our clients, and they don't need to think about it anymore. We just handle it for them and makes your life easy. After 6 months, then you can get a better bank account and you can even get credit cards. Yes, credit cards in Paraguay are very affordable. For example, you can get a Visa Black, a Visa Infinite. You can have an Amex Platinum with certain banks in Paraguay. And you achieve that by putting a deposit that it's very affordable. Again, it's not $100,000, no. It's very affordable when, again, you know the right people, because if you go via recommendation, for example, if somebody from the bank trusts me, trusts my team, and we say, hey, this is our client, can you please open VIP banking for that person and give a credit card, they are going to have it. They are going to give it to you. So you're gonna skip months of building trust with that bank because, again, they give you credit cards when they trust you. And there are many ways that you can build trust. Internet speed in Paraguay, excellent. Telling you, excellent. You can go to cafes, you can go to hotels, and the speed is great. So you can work online, no delays, you can upload videos, for example, cameraman, boom, app, super quickly. Calls, fantastic, you're not gonna have any problems. So a place that is friendly for online users. Then when is the best time of the year to travel there? Well, remember that it's in the South Hemisphere, therefore June, July, August, September, it's the coldest season, and Christmas, December, January, February is where you have the highest temperatures. Paraguay is not an extreme, oh cold, it's super cold. It does not snow in Paraguay. Like maybe it's not in 50 years, who knows? But it's a place that is not that cold. So even winters are okay. I've been there multiple times. I've been in winter, different seasons, more like spring weather, and it's just fantastic. You can check the weather app, you can see on Google, but temperatures are very mild and very favorable to do any kind of outdoor activities. Even in winter, I was running on the track and field, shirtless, sun on my skin, was perfect weather for me. Nature versus city ratio in Asunción, Paraguay. You have a lot of parks. For example, you can go to New Guazú and you're gonna love the amount of green that you can find in there. You have parks with some path for runners, to rollerblade, to cycle. It's fantastic. So you have natural lungs in the city to create some better quality of life and better air quality. Is Asunción, Paraguay business friendly? It is for online entrepreneurs. I would say that doing business with locals, again, as I said, it's gonna be a shock if you come, for example, from Miami, from the UAE, and you want the same speed or expect the same speed from locals. It's rare to find. It's rare. So the best you can do is go there and connect with other foreigners, with other expats that are living in Paraguay but that have another mentality, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be difficult. Again, it's not impossible to find efficient, effective Paraguayan citizens, but it's not the most frequent. How is safety in Paraguay? Excellent. Zero complaints. No people I know getting robbed, no assaults. People can walk chill at night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., no problem. So you can enjoy and relax in Asunción, Paraguay. English, ease of communication in Asunción. Good. Not the most fluent country in English, but good enough. Mainly the languages there are Spanish and Guarani. Guarani is the local language, more spoken, more tribal, more native here in Paraguay. But Spanish, of course, like everybody speaks Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, 100% of people will understand you. If you speak English, it's just gonna take a bit more time. Most restaurants though, and also hotels, the higher the class, the better. They speak English in the reception quite well. So in these environments, you're not gonna have any issue. How to move around Asunción, Paraguay? With taxi. Don't doubt about it. That's it. Or a private chauffeur, in case you're living there, for example, 6 months, you can pay the minimum salary. At the time of shooting, it's around 250, 350 US dollars for a base salary. Like somebody who is there for you 24 hours a day, just anytime you need to drive somewhere, they're gonna drive you. They can even live at your place or close to your place. Whenever you need something, a call or a WhatsApp, and boom, they are ready with a car that you own or that you rented. But of course, if you want to pay them more, you pay them $700, $750, and it's twice the salary, the base salary that they would get for this type of jobs. So it's a win-win situation. They get paid very well for what it is, the country, the base salary in the country, and you have a great service. Somebody who is 24/7 there for you, whatever you need. You can also create the same structure with a chef, with a maid. So you can have 3 employees that work full-time for you. You pay them the prices that I shared here with you, and everybody will be happy. You can have your entourage, your quality of life will be much higher, which leads us to the most awaited question, which is, what's the cost of living of Paraguay? If you make $8,000 a month, you're basically Elon Musk. You are Jeff Bezos rich in Paraguay. You can have a great, excellent quality of lifestyle. Actually, to spend $8,000 to $10,000 a month in Paraguay, I would need to think, what do you need to do to spend this amount of money? It's quite difficult. Then, if you make $1,000, you can still live a really chill lifestyle, but the sweet spot would be $3,000 to $4,000 a month, and you can have just an overall, everything included. Taxis, you can have even a chef, you can have a maid 24/7, anything you want. $4,000 a month, it's just fantastic in Paraguay. Remember that in many places you are spending in guaraníes, which is the local currency. Therefore, the dollar, the euro, the Bitcoin even, if you earn in these currencies and spend in guaraníes, you're just gonna be so well. So you loved Paraguay, you wanna get there. How? You have the Silvio Pettirossi Airport. It's international, it's not a global airport, so usually you can get there from Sao Paulo, Brazil. It also has combinations with Uruguay, with Argentina, so plenty of choices. how to get there. From there, you take a taxi to Asunción and life is good. So, gentlemen, Paraguay, it's a fantastic place to put a flag, to visit, to have on the radar, to get to know, to visit at least once in your life. And if you want to get there, you want to establish yourself as a resident, as a tax resident, even gain citizenship in the next 5 years, and you want a team, my team, me personally, to help you, to assist you during all this process, to share with you all these hidden gems, all the good places that are going to upgrade your experience there, that are going to get you all the legal documents, all the tax filings, all the accounting, all the banking in Paraguay. Well, you can click the link down below, book a complimentary call with our team, see if you are a good fit, and if you qualify and we can work together, then yes, we can do this step. Paraguay, again, is a place that I recommend. I don't see any downsides, real downsides for any online entrepreneur. So a place that I would recommend pretty much everybody to consider because it has so much to offer. It's a gem in the sovereignty space. So consider Paraguay. So if you want to know more about Paraguay, watch the videos over here for everything you need to know, more frequently asked questions, and let me know in the comments what are other questions you have regarding this country, or what are other cities that you want me to analyze in depth, like I did with Asunción, Paraguay today. This is Miquel Gironès, Big Extraordinary, adeu, and check more about Paraguay.